Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Love this cresta. Love it. Love it. I just love this one so much. Look how cute. Look how cute. I love it so dearly. To be gag. Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about all of the winter and cold weather knits that I have in my wardrobe. I'm going to talk about the ones that I love the most and I've been wearing so much to the point of too much. Yeah, and then I'm going to talk about some other knits that I still like, but I would love to, kind of tweak and modify a bit to be able to get more wear out of them. So winter, autumn, winter, cold weather garments. I'm gonna review them. I'm gonna talk about the patterns I followed and the yarns I used. So buckle up and let's just start. Okay, I'm gonna show you 8 pullovers and 4 cardigans. Let's start with the pullovers. I'm gonna start with the oldest one, the first one. So these 8 sweaters are the only sweaters that I kept for me. I think I've gifted something like 4 more sweaters to my mom and my sister. But let's start with this one. This was my first ever colorwork knitted sweater. I love it. This is the Tresta by Jennifer Steingas. I think it's her name. I've knitted this sweater about 2.5, I would say, years ago, and I was in Portugal, so I was kind of gifted this yarn by my partner, Mike. He knew that I really loved Retrosalia Rosa Pomar, and we went to Lisbon, and I have fluff everywhere. We went to Lisbon and we went to the store, to their store, and we bought this yarn. It was quite expensive because you have to buy, multiple skeins of the main color, of course, and then a lot of skeins of different colors. But this color combination, I just love it, and I straight up copied from Kat, from the Olive Trees and the Moon blog. So I just copied the yarn choices and the color choices that she used. I love it. This yarn though, I think I will not knit with this yarn again because it is quite nice and soft, but it peels a lot, and I don't really love peeling. But I really love the fact that it has this color changes, and it's this 100% Portuguese wool. And I love this jumper. It fits really well. Let me show you better. It has a good length. It's not cropped at all, and it's just really like a cozy winter cozy jumper. And I really love the pattern. I recommend it. I was a complete beginner. Maybe I should close this window because there is a lot of wind. But I was a complete beginner, and I still managed to follow the pattern without much struggle, and it's not because I'm intelligent or anything. I just really, I think it's a well-written pattern. So if you're a beginner in terms of like color work, give it a try. Yes, so love this. I've been wearing it a lot. You'll see a trend when it comes to my garments, but I'll talk about it later on in the episode. But yes, these are my floats. So beautiful also on the wrong side. But yes, love this cresta, love it. And I think that garments like this, especially this one, but other ones that I've knitted, will last a lifetime. And that's what I love about some knitted garments, that they last. Okay, so another tresta, I enjoyed knitting that tresta so much that I decided to cast on another one with another Portuguese wool, and I used some of the scraps from the previous tresta as for the color work, and I kind of modified a bit the color work, and I've shortened the body and I've knitted an I-cord at the edge of the body. So this one, I'm a little bit sad because I haven't been wearing it super much. This one is super beautiful in my opinion, and it fits really well. It doesn't have so much ease, which I love, but at the same time, for this specific sweater, I would have preferred to have more ease because it's super scratchy. Like this brown yarn is an undyed Portuguese yarn. I bought it in a tiny Portuguese store, yarn store, and the yarn was Rosario's Quattro Pastor, which means shepherd, because it was full of hay, full of bits of hay. And that's something that is cute and romantic, I guess, but it doesn't feel good. It's so itchy, scratchy, like it scratches my skin. It's very itchy to wear this. So I would have preferred to knit it bigger so I could wear things underneath. Like now I can still wear like a long sleeve, and I've been wearing this with long sleeve underneath, but it's still, I can still feel, it still bothers me. So yeah, but I'm still gonna use it, and I think I just want to get used to, no, I'm not gonna gaslight myself to get used to things that don't feel great, but I'll find solutions. Otherwise, maybe I'll gift it at some point, but I still really love the color combinations, and I really love the way it fits me. It's just a bit of a shame for the yarn. But yes, this yarn is actually discontinued, probably because people didn't really enjoy the fact that it was full of plants inside, and yes. Okay, this was the second modified tresta. Love it. Love it nonetheless. I just love this one so much. Okay, this is another one that I've knitted. It's all wrinkled. Let me say that. What's the front? Is this the front? Yes. Okay, so this jumper, I've knitted it just before, like a week. Took me a week before going to Dublin to visit my sister last year, and I just love it. So give it a look. It doesn't have so much, like it doesn't have anything special. I used an alpaca yarn from Lithuania. The store was called Yarn Home, and it was an alpaca, undyed alpaca yarn in this kind of light brown beige color, and I held it together first in this color with a light silk mohair, light pink silk mohair, and then with a yellow silk mohair. So yes, I played with these two colors, and I'm still not 100% sure I love the color combination, but I love this jumper so much. This is my second most worn jumper. I'll show you the first most worn jumper in a minute or two, but love this. So I followed, just for the stitch count and the raglan increases, the pattern Everyday Raglan, I think. And because that's my to-go pattern, if I want to knit like a raglan jumper, I knitted this with a DK gauge, like using needle size 4 millimeters, I think. And but then I kind of did my thing, and I've done this cute ruffle. Doing ruffles is really easy. You just increase every 2 or 3 stitches, or every other stitch you increase 1 stitch, and then you knit like the ruffle. Not good at explaining things, but love this. It's super light. I think I love it so much because it's very light, so it's not like a bulky, super sturdy jumper. It's very light and flowy, but at the same time it's super warm. And what I really like about this, that maybe not everyone likes, is this unfinished neckline. Now you can see my ranunculus underneath, but the unfinished look of the neckline, because it's unfinished, like I didn't, complete the neckline, but I love the unfinished look of the neckline. I think it looks really feminine. Love this, love it. Just I don't know why I decided to film in my bedroom right now, but it's cute with a pair of jeans. Cute, nice. On to the next one. Yes, love this. My second most worn garment. Love it. Okay, first most worn garment, and I have so much to say about this. This is my most worn garment. I think I worn this like almost like a sweatshirt every other day, and the days I wasn't wearing this, I was wearing another one of the jumpers that I showed you, or I'm about to show you. So this is truly like an amazing, versatile, super simple, super basic looking jumper, and I love the color. However, I didn't really feel super good and comfortable about the yarn I used, meaning that I used very commercial yarn, Drops Flora, held together with Drops Kid Silk, and in this kind of dark green, beautiful color. And Drops Flora is an alpaca and wool blend. I'm realizing I love alpaca wools. They're just my favorite animal-based fiber. But I love everything about this jumper, and so even though maybe Drops is not the most ethical company, because you know they're a massive company and there's nothing wrong with being a massive company, but the prices of the yarns are so cheap, like the yarns are so cheap that you question what happened down the production line. Even if you didn't do much research, you can really imagine that someone, something, or someone wasn't treated with care down the production line, right? And so it feels a little bit, I kind of felt a bit ashamed to use drops in general throughout my knitting journey, but I'm still using it, and I'm still gonna use it because I'm on a tight budget and I love it truly. Like, some of the yarns are amazing, and I realized that shame doesn't change the world. It's the least sentiment or feeling that could help changing things, even if you don't believe it. I believe it's true. So what can change the world is care, love, kindness, and joy. So the care and the love and the joy I felt when wearing this, and I still feel when wearing this, kind of overcomes and overcompensates, I would say, the lack of care during, you know, the production and the harvesting of this fiber. So that's how I feel. But anyway, this jumper is everything I can ask for. It's cropped, which I really like. I might knit it again in a like longer version, but I love the cropped look. And I guess my hair wants to stay up. And I did my thing. I decided to follow kind of my own pattern designing skills, I think, and I've just did a drop shoulder, like top down drop shoulder construction, and I love it. It looks beautiful. I love the neckline. I love the 2x2 ribbing, both, all the ribbing, and now I'm getting warm, but love this so much. It's just pure joy. So I'm gonna wear this until it literally breaks apart, that I can't even mend it anymore. And the beautiful thing about natural fibers is that when they break apart, you can just put them in the garden, cover them in with a layer of soil, and they will decompose. So that's the end that this jumper will have, probably, when it will break apart. But I love it. It's super, super cozy and super lightweight. That's also what I love. Super lightweight. I think I wear this. I've been wearing this for like 6 months, a year, even more. So love it. I want more of this. I don't really need more jumpers. I'm gonna knit more jumpers for sure, because I'm a knitter. But I don't really need more jumpers, but I think I kind of need, and I gravitate towards this type of kind of lightweight but still very warm jumpers in the winter. So I want to knit more of these. Okay, on to the next one. This baby. This also got too much wear. I've been wearing this. I think you'll get bored of me saying I wore this so much, or I've worn this so much. But it's true. It's true. Look how cute. Look how cute. Love it. So this is the tulip pullover by Melody Hoffman, And I've done a little modification here. I did yarn overs instead of the increases that she recommends. They're not neat, they're a little bit, they look messy. I'm not sure I love this detail, but I don't mind, I like it anyway. And I love this kind of picot edge. This is fairly cropped. I've used an amazing yarn called Notiden, and the color was the Wagen Hem colorway, which means the way home. And I really needed to feel that we were on the way to find our home, because we were still looking and looking, and we were getting exhausted of looking for our place, and now we found it. So very happy that I've used this colorway. But yeah, I gifted myself this yarn last year, and I've been wearing this throughout the winter, and it's so warm. It's so warm and so soft that this can be worn next to skin, at least for me, and it just doesn't itch. It's just a hug. But Nutiden peels so much. Now I've kind of unpeeled this jumper, but it peels a lot. That's the only kind of aspect of this yarn that I don't really love. And again, going back to this alpaca fibers, I want to knit more with alpaca. If anyone has some recommendations on, affordable alpaca yarns, please let me know in the comments, because I would really love to have a jumper or a cardigan knitted with alpaca yarns. So yes, alpaca doesn't peel. That's what I wanted to say. At least not that I've experienced. So love this. It's quite cropped. The neckline is quite kind of slouchy. I don't know what I've done there. It's kind of, but I love it. It looks really, it's nice. Overall, this jumper, even though it doesn't look perfect, it probably has mistakes and things, I love it. And this will also live with me for the rest of its own life. I really recommend that pattern. It's so cute and simple, and I've reknitted it. This is a jumper that I have mixed feelings about. So this is again the Tulip jumper by Melody Hoffman, but I skipped the kind of picoed hem, and I regret that because I don't really like how it looks, the hemline here, and the neckline. The neckline just, I have to deal with this neckline. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't work on me. It's just unpractical. I'm kind of getting a little bit frustrated at myself because I know that this jumper could have been so much better. It's just that I was rushing things through, and I've used this still quite a lot because I love the yarn, I love the color. It's knitted with Nutiden, again, the same yarn in another color. But I don't really love the shape. I think I need to crop it. If it was cropped, I would probably use this more. The neckline is just, it looks very very elegant, I would say, this type of neckline, but it's very unpractical for me. I'm like, what's happening? I just don't love this neckline, and I don't know actually what to do because I don't want to fold it. It will look strange. I guess it's fine. It's fine. And the sleeves are not super long, and I usually like the sleeves when they're not all the way going on my hands because I use my hands a lot. But in this case, this jumper is so warm and so kind of cozy that I would like kind of the sleeves to be longer so I can just like snuggle in. But yeah, this jumper is just like me getting very frustrated at myself for not taking the time to really think things through. Okay. Okay, so just I love the color though. It's a beautiful brown, green, mossy green color, and I'm still gonna use this a lot. But it's not my favorite shape. It doesn't fit super beautifully on me, I think. And I'm just a bit scared when it comes to unraveling and like modifying with Nutiden because it's just a pain. I've done that before and I wouldn't recommend you to unravel Nutiden projects or projects that you knitted with Nutiden because it just breaks all the time. Let's talk about this baby. How cute. I love it. So I kind of did my thing when it comes to this jumper, but I followed the kind of color work chart of the milkweed pattern. So these beautiful botanical elements that you can see here are taken from the milkweed pattern, but then I did my thing when it comes to the other details and the boxy fit and the gauge. It just is different from the pattern. Then I added this little color work on the sleeves and on the bottom hem, and this is really cute over dresses. It's a bit cropped. I would have liked it to be a bit longer in the length of the body, but I think I've been wearing it nonetheless because it's super cute, and with dresses it's just very cute. And I love the sleeves with this detail. So I used a yarn that I bought Yarn Home on Etsy, and it was an undyed Lithuanian wool in a gray, very light gray. I can show you here. That was the yarn. This jumper or cardigan, this was the color of the yarn, and I decided to dye it with walnut hulls. I can link maybe the episode in the description box where I talk about it. And it turned out this beautiful color, which I think is very beautiful and consistent. That yarn really took the dye very well. I just boiled walnut hulls and I just put the skeins inside, and I had only 2 skeins of this kind of sport way yarn, and I ran out. That's why it's super cropped, but still love it. And the gray is kind of, I think it's Isager tweed, and the white is an amazing baby alpaca yarn by BC Garn. How cute! This jumper is so cute. I want to knit more botanical colorwork jumpers or cardigans. I want to knit the Alpine Bloom and the Lumme pullover. Those 2 are cute, super cute. I would love to knit them. I just have to find the right yarn. So very happy with that one. I want to wear it more. Last but not least, this baby. Now, I've talked about this in many episodes, so I can link some episodes in the description box where I talk about this big rib sweater. I follow the pattern Big Rib Sweater by Jessie Made Designs, and it's this juicy 4x4 ribbed sweater. And I've used 4 different yarns held together, like lace-way yarns held together, so I'm not gonna even bother mentioning which yarns because there are many, but you can check those episodes. Love this. Super light. Again, that's the trend here. I want light, fluffy, and warm garments in my wardrobe. So very happy with this one as well. It's very cozy. It's very, very like lounge where I'm staying at home, drinking some hot chocolate and watching an amazing movie in bed as I snuggle with my white fluffy dogs type of vibe. But love this. It's so nice. It's amazing. The only thing that I don't love is the shape of this split hem. I don't know why I do this. It's kind of this round split hemline, bottom hem. Don't love that, but overall, love this. Super cozy, super like flowy, super. I guess I'm getting tired to speak right now, but love this. Just love it. And some of you asked me to just briefly talk about what I do when it comes to washing my knitted woolly garments. I just kind of fill up a bucket or my bathtub, depending how many garments I want to wash, with very lukewarm or like coldish, warmish water. I would say maximum 30 degrees Celsius warm. And I just add some conditioner, like organic conditioner for my hair. I add it to the water and then I just gently wash. But the beautiful thing about animal-based fibers is that you don't almost need to wash your garments. And I know that that will gross some of you out. I don't care, because it's true. You don't actually need to overwash your woolly garments. You can wash them like this one. Now some of you will click out and be like, you gross. But I have to be honest. This one, I washed it for the first or second time in May, after I used it for about 8 months continuously. Like I wear this so much, like a sweatshirt, like that much, and it never smelled. It was never gross. I decided to wash it just because I'm like, I guess I need to wash this at some point, but it was just perfectly fine. And the same with my other jumpers, like the Nutiden ones. I don't need to wash them. I wash them probably once, this one probably once. Even, I'm not sure even I wash it, but it's not gross at all. And you know, the same with some animals, like my dogs, I don't wash them. Like sometimes they like rain washes them, or if they, you know, roll on like dirt and cow shit, then I have to give them a wash. But I never wash them on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. They wash themselves, they clean themselves. And I think that this hysteria, how do you pronounce that word, of, you know, overwashing our garments is just so damaging for our garments and for our bodies as well. But I have to say that plant-based garments, like this one, this is a beautiful ranunculus that I've knitted with a cotton and linen blend. This needs a wash every 3 days, 2 days even. So that's the difference between some plant-based fibers and some animal-based fibers, in my opinion. But yes, let's continue because I've been chatting a lot. Cardigans. Let's talk about cardigans. So I showed you 8 jumpers. Now it's time to show you some of my cardigans. This was my first cardigan that I ever knitted, and I love it. It's the Felix pullover, Felix cardigan, not Felix pullover. There is also the pullover version, but this is the Felix cardigan by Amy Christopher, I think. And it's knitted with needle size 6 millimeters. At least I used needle size 6 millimeters, and you know, so it's kind of like more like a jacket. I would say I've been using it more like a jacket, and this is just cute. It's so beautiful for me. I really love also the buttons that I've made and the detail on the raglan increases, just looking very beautiful. And I used 2 yarns, the Lithuanian that I bought from this Lithuanian company, Yarn Home. I used a Corriedale undyed yarn in this gray color, and not alpaca, sorry, a sheep wool Lithuanian undyed gray yarn held together. This knits up quite fast because, yeah, the gauge. But I love this. It's cute. I've knitted another one. But this one I'm not sure it fits me super well. I think I'll wear it more this winter because I finished this last year around the end of December, I think. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about this. I think it's the yarn. So I used Nutiden held together with a very scratchy yarn, but it's beautiful, this color combination. I think very beautiful. This is another Felix cardigan, and what I love the most about this cardigan are the buttons. Again, buttons that I've made with olive tree wood. Look how cute. Love them. Yeah, I just I think it's maybe the length. It's a nice cardigan. It's a nice cardigan. I'm gonna wear it more this winter and see. But it's quite scratchy, so it needs layers. The last 2 cardigans are pink. And I'm actually knitting another kind of pink cardigan. I don't know what's happening to me, but this is joy. Pure joy. Another one of these super lightweight but fluffy and cozy garments. I've been wearing it so much. And this is cropped. I've cropped it. So I've used a gifted yarn by Ruby and Roses. It was a cashmere and merino blend. And then I held it together with their silk mohair in this beautiful pink color. And the pattern, I followed the pattern TULC, which is the ultimate lazy cardigan, kind of called lazy cardigan because you knit everything, the neckline and the button band as you knit the pattern or the cardigan, and it's knitted top down. Yes, and I got a little bit bored, like I liked it, but I wanted to add a little bit of details, so I added this detail on the body as well, and on the bottom. No, on the bottom I just did this. It's cute. It's very cute. Very cute, very flowy, very romantic, very, we're here for this. Love this. Very light. It's perfect for also transition seasons like early spring and also spring and autumn, but also winter. Love it. Okay. Last cardigan. This, I just love it so much. This is super oversized, and this is a pattern. I'm very happy, like I'm very proud of myself. This is a brioche cardigan. Is the, look at that line, stripe. I ran out of silk mohair and then I was too eager to continue that I used another silk mohair. So there is a line there, but we don't mind, we like that. We're not perfectionists. So this is the Ainete cardigan by Petite Knit, but my gauge was different. So it turned out, even though I knitted, I think the first or the second size, it turned out big, but I love it. I just love it so much. I love it so dearly. It's a big hug. Big hug. And I've used an amazing yarn held together with silk mohair. So I used Drops Kid Silk in the color mauve, and I held it together with this amazing yarn by Nina from the A Crafter's Tale podcast. And sometimes she sells some hand-dyed yarns that she hand-dyes with plants and things from her garden. And so she hand-dyed this amazing color, this amazing yarn. And it's a German endangered sheep breed fiber. Love it. Look at these increases. Just so cute. I'm gonna knit another one of these. I just have to find the perfect yarn, and it actually, brioche eats up so much yarn, so you need to have like a lot more meterage or yardage if you want to knit something like this, compared to like a normal jumper that is not knitted in brioche, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, I want to knit another one. It was a pleasure. I actually enjoyed knitting brioche so much. But yes, here's the pile of my jumpers and cardigans, and I just I'm very proud of myself. I'm getting very tired right now. I might take a nap in this nest that I created, but I'm very proud of myself, and I think that sometimes we should just celebrate the fact that we have this amazing skill to be able to dress ourselves and our loved ones, and it's just so empowering to know that. So celebrate and be proud of yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't think like, oh, I'm not producing enough or whatever. Even if you've made one small accessory or one jumper, that's still something to be so proud of. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to drink some tea and edit this video, but let me know if you liked this video. I think I'll do another of this type of videos for summer garments in spring maybe. But yes, my jumpers. I'm gonna fold this up and edit this video. Thank you so much, and a big hug to all my patrons as well. If you want to join us, the link is in the description box.